Guys, I just want to say it's Monday. I want to thank this podcast.
Monday.
Every time I do this podcast, I realize everything's all right in the world. I wake up, I was a little stressed this weekend.
Why? Because your psoriasis?
Well, I think my psoriasis had a little flare up, but that's because I ate like an asshole in San Francisco. I'm becoming friends with my psoriasis because what happens is I go, you know what? I'm eating a bunch of cheese, drinking a couple bottles of wine, and why don't we top that off with a cheesecake? Hey. And by the way, I'll have a fatty steak. And my skin goes, oh, really?
You used to do that. I've known you for a while.
Well,
it never was this bad.
And as you get older, you have a buildup.
You know it's all over your face now, yeah? You can see it from here.
No, it's not.
I promise you it's on your face now.
No, I have that. That's from, I'm a boxer. That's from boxing.
No, a zit's not from boxing. A red dot on your face would not be from boxing. Where
do I have
psoriasis? And then on the side, it's here too.
No, those are
and then it's zits. Here. I promise, B.
No, that's a birthmark. That's a birthmark.
No, it's not a big deal. It's right into your face.
No, I don't have it on
it's not psoriasis,
though. Let me see. No, but I just have, that might be from training. I train.
Oh, okay.
Now, but I think that sometimes you ever wake up and you're just stressed for no fucking reason. You ever go, why am I stressed? What's going on here?
I woke up where I'm a little sad for whatever reason. But yeah. I shake
There's that too.
Yeah.
You shake it though.
I shake it eventually.
Have you?
Or sometimes I'll wake up just like mad.
Yep.
You ever wake up mad?
Yep. Sure have. I wake up and any little thing that's going on, like a noise, like my dog panting, or my wife giving me instructions or asking me lots of questions about my future schedule.
I'll get annoyed.
That'll get me going.
Me too.
That'll get me all kinds of bunched up.
Me too.
That'll happen. So sometimes I wake up mad. Sometimes I wake up tired. Sometimes I wake up sad. Rarely for me, but sometimes
it's super rare for me. I'm just saying.
Sometimes I wake up tight though. My chest a little tight, a little stressed.
Because you got a lot of work going on.
I think
because if your agent calls and they're going through schedule and stuff like that, like I almost don't want to. I said to Justin, our agent, I said, "Hey, send me all the dates I've got." If I look at the map, I'm like, "Oh my god, that's a lot of work."
Yeah.
But I'm like, just send me the month from now.
May I give you my?
Send me a month from now.
May I give you my schedule for May and June?
Please.
Okay, so we got New Orleans. We got New Orleans.
You're shooting a movie in New Orleans.
We got New Orleans. Then we fly right to New York.
From New Orleans.
We'll do the ABC upfronts. We'll announce my show.
And what's an upfront?
Upfront's where we announce the new shows.
That's fun.
I got to do a bunch of press.
That's
it's
fun.
all good. I'll hang with my boys.
You love that stuff.
Yes.
It's about time for you.
Yes. I then fly back to Los Angeles on the 17th. We'll do our podcast. We'll have a good time. I then will fly right back to New York on the 24th. I'll be in New York until I'll go from New York to New Orleans. I'll come back on a Monday. We'll podcast on the 28th. And then we'll podcast Monday and Wednesday, and then I'll fly right back. I'll fly right back to New Orleans. I'll fly back to New Orleans. I'll shoot in the morning. I'll fly back on the 30th. I'll shoot the morning of the 31st, but then I'll fly the 31st. I'll fly that afternoon to Minnesota. But we're not even there yet.
House of Comedy.
House of Comedy. I'll do that 31st, 1st and 2nd of June. All good. House of Comedy. Come see me.
You'll rest there a little bit.
I'll rest there a little bit. I love doing stand-up. And then I'll fly back to LA. And then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go right to, after we podcast Monday and Wednesday, I'm gonna go right to I'm gonna do Raleigh's. I'm gonna do Raleigh, North Carolina, Good Nights, because I need to get myself going for my show on the 20th, right? I'm working on I want to make it perfect. Then I'll come back. Then I'll fly right to, then I'm going to go to Hawaii. I'll go to Hawaii.
After your special.
Yeah, I'll go to Hawaii, which is awesome from the 11th to 17th.
That's a rest.
And then I'm going to go, I'll come back here. We'll podcast.
You know what I hear when I hear this whole schedule? Do I look like a mule? I'm sorry, do I look like a mule? Yeah, I'm just going to be carrying the show while you're prancing around this goddamn nation.
I'm back doing the show. I'm not missing the show. I'm missing one day. I'm missing one day.
My back's
I'm missing one day. No, I'm missing one day. You don't have to mule up.
What movie's in New Orleans?
Oh, that's the movie Think Like a Dog. So I'll do Hawaii with the family. I'm excited about that.
That's a vacation.
So that doesn't count.
So don't tell me that.
I'll come back, podcast. I'll fly to Portland, and then I'll go to China. Yeah, I'll go to China.
How long are you in China?
24th to the 2nd of July. We went through this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then 24th. And
China's the
same
movie.
Then I'm back, and then I'll go to Syracuse, and I'll go to Tampa, and then I'll shoot my special I'll shoot my special the 20th Talia Hall in Chicago. That's just a lot of traveling.
It's a lot of plane rides.
And I'll miss the podcast only once.
You think?
I know. I already worked it out.
You think only once?
Yep. I worked it out. Which is incredible that I'm only missing it once.
I know, that is weird. You know, if you had to miss the entire
But you
week,
know how it is.
You know, I could hold it. I doubt it's more than once.
It's all good that I travel. I'm not complaining. I'm so fucking lucky. I get to do everything I want. But it's just when you travel, you know, hotels. It's just a bitch. For me, I got to eat. I got to eat a specific way now.
Oh, dude, my diet and you put me in Mall of America. I'm next to goddamn Cinnabon.
I know. I can't eat any of that.
And the coffee.
My skin's like
oh, not me. My skin goes. Give it.
Your skin likes it. You get shinier and more pliable.
We thrive off of it.
Yeah, your skin gets plush.
We thrive.
I find myself envying people with who can wear shorts now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, people are so nice. They come up to me like, dude, I have psoriasis too. And everybody has a cure.
You have a joke about your psoriasis now?
I will.
No, I do.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Hey, man, you can't use my skin for laughs. That's outrageous. You've got some peanut colored shoes on, roasted peanut.
Oh, those are kind of.
Did you ask for the roasted peanut?
Those are a little peanut.
Bro, you got any suede high top sneakers, roasted peanut?
Dude, how about, I like myself pair of tight jeans. How about I busted my jeans on stage?
Saw that.
3-piece set came on out.
Yeah.
Those people went, first of all, your stand-up, okay. Your dick, fantastic.
Really?
Your 3-piece dick set?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Your 3-piece set?
A standing ovation.
Your baby bird?
Standing ovation.
Baby bird.
He finally got his shine on. All 10 inches.
How do you, with your legs, how the fuck do you find jeans?
There's a company called AG. Chin looked what
Artifact.
They have like a stretch, and so the G stars have like a stretch material in them.
Okay.
I don't like real baggy jeans.
No,
I just don't.
Now you an XL or an XXL?
Depends what it is.
Well, let me guess your suit size, because I'm a 40 regular. You 48?
Yeah, around 48 long.
Damn, it's a big boy. 48 long. 48 regular. 48 regular. You 48 long.
48 long range.
But in college, you were probably 46 regular? Maybe 44 regular?
No, I don't know. I was bigger in college. I was a thick kid.
I thought you were
260 pounds.
Oh.
My senior year.
Okay, but
they made me bulk up. They want the B-man to bulk up.
But 18, 19 still thin.
Oh, yeah. 220. 220-ish.
Okay. That's still respectable size.
220-ish.
220 still a big kid. Yeah. Congrats.
Thanks, man.
There you go. You bully boy. Now you bully boy.
Me and Jay are bully boys.
You couple bully
Jay and I
boys.
are bully brothers.
Yeah.
He blew out his jeans the weekend before. I don't know why people keep blowing out jeans.
I look at him differently now that I saw his dong.
Fat.
Well, he dwarfs us. You know that.
He has fat dick. Dude, I grew up with that dick in my face.
It's so stupid.
I grew up with that fat dick in my face.
It's ridiculous.
I know. How do you think
I walk around like, look at my dick. And I saw his and I went, it was like everything stopped.
Yeah, it was like a big old.
And he's like this.
Telescope. He's all shy about it.
Yeah, he was trying to cover it, but he couldn't with his hands. His hands weren't big enough to cover it.
Oh, you would have loved this, and you would have called these guys out. So I was doing my show in Minnesota. I get on stage, look to my right, and it's just a full table. It looked like Sons of Anarchy. It's just a full table of Hell's Angels.
Real Hell's Angels.
Oh, like fully patched Hell's Angels.
Jesus.
And I watch all that shit on the show.
How cool is that?
And I was like, oh, they're so cool. I want to be in that club.
Outlaws.
But I'm such a pussy. I can never run with those guys.
No.
So they bought the VIP meet and greet. So I see them in line, I'm like, Hell's Angels by meet and greets? And they get them, they're nice as hell. They were dying laughing in the show.
Oh, that's
They
great.
get in line and they have the full, I forget the guy's name, Big Dan or something. He's huge. I'm sure there's a picture out there somewhere of us.
Fucking giant
He's probably
Hell's Angel.
6'6", big dude, fully patched up.
Yeah.
And I was like, Hell's Angels, huh? I was like, all right, well, that's cool, man. Glad you guys came. Hope you had fun. And I was like, hey, I have so many questions to ask you guys, but I don't really have time here. We should do a podcast or something. They're definitely not doing that.
No.
Definitely, they don't do that stuff.
Well, here's how we run our business.
And then it's all fake, yeah. But and then he goes, "Why don't you come to Clubhouse? Why don't you come to Clubhouse with us, man? We'll show you around." I went, "Oh, I'd like to, but there's a part of me that wants to, but I just can't." He's like, "Be fine, ain't all this stuff you read on the newspaper." I'm like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Seriously, come to Sapphires though. Come to Sapphire. We run that bitch. It's a strip club."
Yeah.
I went, "Oh yeah." He goes, "Yeah." And then you know how there's a line of people waiting to talk to me,
right?
And they're walking off, and he turns around and goes, "Yo, all the birds are sucking off the boys. Come to Sapphires." And I went, "The birds?"
That's the English expression for girl. I feel like if I were you, I wouldn't go to I could go to the clubhouse. I feel because nobody's going to get drunk and go, I'm going to fight the actor. But with you got the ears. Those guys are tough.
I looked at Jay and I went, man, I've always I used to read books on biker gangs, the Hells Angels and the Mongols and all that stuff. I was so into it. And so I look at him, it's almost like, you know, how you feel when you meet athletes. I was like, damn, because I know a lot about them. I want to talk to them and just kind of spend the night with them.
Do you remember our boy?
But then I thought, God, the pros and cons. Pros, I have a grand old time with the Hells Angels. I get some good stories. Cons, I get addicted to meth with them, and I'm fighting their enforcers.
Well, they don't do meth.
They sell meth.
Well, allegedly there are.
Oh no, I'm not saying the guys
meth.
I met. There's some motorcycle.
Take it easy.
No,
allegedly there are certain gangs that maybe sell meth. No, I like the guy we met for a little bit about merchandise. He does some merchandise for the Hells Angels. He knows some of the guys in, I guess, certain chapters. And I said, he said the best thing I've ever heard about the Hells Angels. Or he goes, I said, what? Well, you say you're friends with them? He goes, yeah. You hang at the clubhouse? He goes, yeah, sometimes. I go, what's that like? He goes, you just got to remember you're not a grizzly bear. That's all. Not a grizzly bear. I go, what do you mean? He goes, if you study grizzly bears, you can study grizzly bears for 30 years. Get up close to them. Take pictures of them. Write about them. Do movies about them. But always remember, you're not a fucking grizzly bear.
Yeah.
And if you think you can go pet that grizzly bear or live with the grizzly bears or hang out with the grizzly bears, you're going to get fucking eaten.
See,
he goes, when I'm there at the chat, you keep a low profile and you're respectful because there could be a guy from another chapter who doesn't know you.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck about you. So you just got to.
See, I don't want that. I just want to chill, man. I'd love to.
I'm sure
they'd
do
that.
Fine. I'm
sure it'd be fun. I'd love to do that. It sounds so cool. I bet I'd get so many cool stories, maybe even a bit from it. But I was just like,
when I did Oz, they were.
If I was younger, I would have done.
Yeah, when I did Oz, that TV show, Chuck Zito, who's no longer at Hell's Angel, but he used to be. He was
Was he a head of the chapter?
He was a president or something like that. I don't know. But Chuck was there, and so a lot of his buddies would come on set. And they are. If you're going to be an outlaw, that's a.
You know what remind me of, like a modern day. I'm not. This is no disrespect, but it's like a modern day like pirate. Like
yeah,
when I was looking, I'm like,
that's exactly right.
Oh, it's a pirate.
That's a great way.
They have the big beard.
They're striking looking dudes. Like some of the dudes are actually really good looking, muscular dudes. You're like,
oh, this big guy was a good looking dude.
Yeah, yeah.
But if I went to an artist, went, hey, draw me a Hell's Angel. He goes, what? But I need a reference. I'd go, just draw me a Hell's Angel.
Yeah.
He would have drawn this guy.
Yeah,
He's exactly like if you were casting a Hell's Angel in a movie, you went, well, that looks too, dude. That's too much. That's too on the nose.
Yep.
It's exactly how he looked.
Well, know this.
And you know what?
Too.
They were really cool.
Look at that motherfucker.
That's how he looked. That's almost like that's how he looked.
Know this. They're stealing your girl. Know this. That they don't have any trouble getting laid with those colors and that look.
No, but also they their girls on the back of that bike are willing to do some things too. They're trying to show you a good time. If I was younger, I'd be so about it. But like, I have a kid, I can't die. Who knows? I'm sure nothing would have happened. It's so interesting to me, the life. And for whatever reason, I'm drawn to it.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I'm interested in that because and I'm telling you this. Everyone's like, "Well, you're a tough guy." I'm not like them. I have a side of compassion in me that I can't do what they do. Like, I can't go beat up another gang because they live on another street.
Well, I think a lot of it also can be, like, I don't think all of it.
You ever read that book?
No.
I read that book. That's a great, great book. So this gentleman was part of the DA, and he infiltrates and goes into Hell's Angel. It's called Undercover. Great book.
I've heard about that.
He goes in.
Yeah.
Oh, what happens? Oh, he loves it so much. He starts to do drugs and stuff, and they have to pull him out before he gets too in. And then you have to flip on him.
He got sucked in.
He got too in, and they have him on camera doing drugs. So the thing, you know what the Hells Angels did? Obviously, they have good representation. Well, when he went in to infiltrate being like a Hells Angel, they have him on video doing drugs and stuff. Yep. So all that was thrown out.
Oh, shit.
They know what the fucking deal is.
Of course they know what they're doing.
And you have to fake a murder. So they're like, hey, if you want to get patch, you got to do this. So they, the LA, I don't know if it's LA, but whatever PD it was, they made it look like a crime scene, like he did it, and they showed them, they showed them pictures, like, hey, we took care of it, man.
Yeah,
It's so interesting.
I think
Great
a
book.
lot
It's
of
called Under and
I think a
Alone.
lot of what we hear, like the way things are, the reality of how things are run versus what we all myth and lore is probably very different.
Oh, 100%.
And
With anything, though.
Yeah.
But they're just regular dudes at the end of the day. They just chose this life.
Yeah.
But I just, the anxiety, I can't live with the anxiety of knowing if I come across a Mongol, I don't like when someone's upset at me. When someone's upset at me, I reach out to people. When Nate Diaz was there, I call his coach like, yo, man, I don't need any, I don't need any
like
bad blood.
energy,
I like everyone. So I can be part like, if they were like, hey, Brennan, you're obviously the best fighter here. We need you to get the money from that guy. I go there. If he was like, dude, I think my kid's gifts. I'm like, God, I get that, man. I get that. What are we going to do, though? Yeah. He's like, I don't fucking know. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to cover you this time.
Do you remember
I'm going to go to the ATM, take money out, and tell him I got.
Remember that scene in Rocky where he's got to break the guy's thumbs? The guy goes, take my jacket. Don't break my thumbs. I got to work. Take my jacket. It's a good jacket. Keep your jacket. Keep your jacket. He doesn't take his money.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm just not made for that life.
No.
And I'll tell you what, though. Also, that Hell's Angel logo, they support that, and they cover that by any means necessary. I have a friend.
Don't be caught wearing it if you haven't earned it.
What?
No,
I have a friend who owns a clothing company who decided to mimic the Hell's Angel logo on the back and just said California was a different flag underneath.
That's a bad idea.
Oh, well, Hell's Angels ran up to him in Beverly Hills and gave him a little warning. He had to take those off his website. I respect that.
I think a lot.
I think it's cool, and their fashion is sick. Their jean jackets and the patch and shit. That shit is sick.
There's some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it all starts right after the Vietnam War and all that, and they didn't have any any say, and they were these rebels.
Sonny Barger, is that his name? He started it. Yeah, he's a badass.
He talks like this.
Yeah, he lost his
voice
box.
No disrespect.
Well, he had throat cancer.
Yeah, from smoking or whatever. You ever seen some of the girls they run with?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what,
Delicious.
Put Hell's Angel motorcycle hose. No, I'm just kidding. Put something though.
Hell's Angels girls.
Well, you got to figure. You're gonna have some. What do they call the Hell's Angel groupies? Biker bitches?
I don't know, man. Theirs. They call them theirs.
They
call them their property.
They do have chains. I've watched a show on this. They do have their man's name on chain around their neck.
Goddamn right they do.
Which I celebrate, man.
Brendan.
What? That's their choice.
I know. Got to polish your man's bike.
I don't know if they do that.
It is what it is. There are a lot of girls that love those dudes.
That's a bad example.
Yeah, I'm trying to find good ones.
That's Dave Navarro. That's not a Hell's Angel.
Anyhow.
I don't know. Cool stuff, though. I don't know why I'm into it. Sons of Anarchy was good. They probably laugh at that, but Sons of Anarchy was sick.
Yeah. I lost interest in that show after a while.
Me too. I think I went 3 seasons deep, 4 seasons deep, and then I just fell out of love with it. They're doing a new one with the Mayans.
The Mayans. Yeah, my boy Rocco's on that show.
They wanted me to audition.
You know Rocco
they wanted me to audition for you as a Mayan.
Oh, that's right. You know Rocco. Rocco is
from Ranger Up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Great guy.
Yep. He's in it.
That's cool, man.
You want to start a biker gang? I'm such a pussy that I would not ride a motorcycle because I'm afraid of.
I know. No, dude.
I'm afraid
Our biker gang, I have a big hog. You jump on the back. Oh, or
what?
Or, dude, no. This is what we do.
No.
I would have the fat hog, like,
yeah,
and then you need a little sidecar.
Yeah, only if I can have an Uzi.
Yeah, you have an Uzi.
And I want to spray people as I ride. If you fuck with me, like I'm the guy that he's a pussy, and I'm like, as we drive by, and I want the big glasses, the old fashioned glasses,
with
and
the
a leather fucking
yes.
helmet. Yeah, motherfuckers.
And I'm all.
That'd be cool. I have little bombs. I have all kinds of things.
You ever seen that?
And you're Big Daddy, and I'm Baby.
That's not found very tough.
Guys, watch out for Baby. Big Daddy's tough.
Yes. No, go down. There's one. Go down, Chin. You see the red one with the dude in there chilling? There we are.
There we are. Now that's
what we want.
That looks super safe, too. Super safe if you get sideswiped.
It'd be fun, though, man.
Yeah. For a minute. The thing is...
for a minute till it hits you.
I need something more covered because I need my supplies, my weaponry. I have lots of hidden weaponry. There you go. That's when I'm fucking.
No, that one's weak. That doesn't look very tough.
I want a windscreen.
Oh, look at this. Getting some hang time. I've never been a motorcycle guy. I've always been scared of motorcycles.
Me
The
too.
closest thing I ever got was that slingshot thing that went down PCH on.
Nope, I'm not a motorcycle guy.
I could be. That's why I don't even get on them, because I know I'll like it too much and then I'll probably crash.
I like stand-up.
What?
They say like special forces guys, like most special. You're not a special forces guy until you got at least everybody. You have a motorcycle and one divorce under your belt.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean every one of them. You know, the when I was with Frank Grillo, I won't say his name, but the captain of SEAL Team 6 was there, and they were thinking about doing this movie. He was a consultant, and he had his friend's motorcycle who had been killed, and it was pretty wild. And there he was on this badass bike, but of course he has a motorcycle. But of course, not me. I drive a very safe car.
See, I feel like, well, I guess some fighters in those motorcycles, and Cowboy and Trash Brown have motorcycles and stuff like that. But I remember, I forget who I was fighting, but they go, man, if you win this fight, Harley Davidson lets you pick any motorcycle. Like, very cool. Very cool. I feel like that's a bad gift.
So I can ruin my leg and not fight again.
I feel like that for rappers, hey, if you sell this many tickets, we're going to give you a bunch of codeine. Like we're going to give you drugs. Like it's not good. Giving your fighters motorcycles.
2 guys from my gym, from my boxing gym, Gloveworks, were just injured. And hit the 2 brothers really bad on a motorcycle.
Were they in tandem motorcycle?
Just yesterday. I think they were on the same bike, or they were on 2 bikes together, and they got fucked up.
Damn.
Yeah, really bad.
Yeah, motorcycles, you can't really.
Well, cars don't see you. They're not looking for you.
Yeah, but even if it's not your fault, it's your fault. Everyone says that. Like most times, it's the car's fault. Guess what? It doesn't matter. When you wreck, it's game fucking over.
And if a truck hits you, you're really in trouble.
If a truck hits you, whether you're in a goddamn Hummer.
Well, at least in a car, you got some
Depends.
protection. You got 4 steel walls around you.
But I feel like if you live a life like a Delta Force or a UFC fighter, those high stressful jobs, to me, I go, when I'm outside of doing that, I want a more relaxed life. I don't have to deal with that pressure all the time.
Or there's that motto, die young and leave a good looking corpse. Live hard and fast. And there are a lot of people that
doesn't
do
make
that.
sense. It's a long life.
You're speaking.
Life
You're talking
is
like a
long.
35-year-old now,
Life
bro.
is long, my man.
You're talking like a 35-year-old. You're right. And most people who get in those kinds of accidents are in their teens and 20s. You watch these guys on Instagram doing wheelies and standing on their bikes on the highway going 60 miles an hour. And all I do is cringe because I'm an old man.
Me too, man.
I'm an old man, and I don't want to see a young man get hurt. You got your whole life ahead of you.
Dude, have you ever had this happen? I was obviously in the goddamn mall all weekend at Mall of America. That place is so big. But I was at Foot Locker looking at these kicks. I'm obsessed with Air Max 1s. You don't know what the fuck those are. It doesn't matter. So I like those Golden Gooses, though. Anyways, shout out to the kid who came in the Weatherspoon Nikes. But I was at the mall, and there's this mom, this mom was like straight off the set of 8 Mile. I'll put it that way. And she was yelling at her kid. Have you ever wanted to say, step in? I felt so bad for the kid, man. Yeah. The way she was talking to me, and I want the dad I'm like, dude, do something. So she's pushing her baby, and the other kid's maybe 6. And they're right by us, and she goes something like, Papa, wouldn't you like these? And the mom, maybe just having a bad day, maybe that bitch is bipolar, just goes off. You don't shut the fuck up. You don't shut the fuck up. And just start getting in her face. I'm like, God, man. Damn. I don't know everything about parenting, but I know that ain't the way.
That's not good.
And then you go outside, and she goes, you little bitch. You little fucking bitch. I told you. We go in the store. You don't ask for anything. I fucking told. I was like, oh, my God. Damn. I just stared at her. I was like, oh, man. You can't mess with people's kids.
Yeah.
But I'm like, God, she puts a hand on her. I should probably do something.
Yeah.
Like, get secure. Like, what do you do?
That is one of those weird things. Cops always have that problem when they see...
domestic violence.
Yes, that's where they get hurt. Because you see a guy, like a lot of times the stories where the guy's hitting the woman, the cop comes in, grabs the man, the woman attacks the cop.
Yeah.
It's like,
what?
You realize, you guys have a weird dynamic here.
Yeah,
I'm getting in the way of a sexual, like there's some shit where you guys fight, you beat her. I know.
But with kids,
I know a woman.
With kids, it's different, though.
No, of course.
Like that little kid, I want to be like, what's wrong? You know what you're doing to her when she grows up? She's going to fucking hate you.
Yep. There's a woman I know. I used to work with this woman. She told me her friend. She's fat. She's a big woman. Her husband is skinny, and she'll get her husband to a point where her husband will put a beating on her. And I go, that's terrible. And she goes, no. She goes, it makes her feel like a woman. So she'll cry and stuff. And then, so we hear her, and we used to come in and, what the fuck, and we hear him beating her. I don't know, beating her, like, he'd take his belt off.
He's probably wailing on
take his
this
belt off.
wail of a woman.
Yep, take his belt off, hit her with a belt, hit her with his hand.
Probably doesn't
She'd be
affect
crying
her.
and stuff. You're right. She's a big girl. And then you'd hear, now you bitch. And you hear her. And then
you hear gobble.
Then you'd hear,
Gobble.
yeah, then you'd hear, she'd maybe like, wait for it. 10 minutes later, 5 minutes later, ooh, baby, come here. Yep.
And then
and that was their routine.
Now she's downing that.
That was their
stuffing.
fucking routine. That shit. People are so complicated and weird. Relationships, sexuality.
What
It's
do you
all
do?
crazy.
What the
It's
fuck
obviously
do you
what
do
they
then?
were into. I don't know.
A lot of cops too. They said the worst domestic violence is amongst gays. If it's two dudes, because
they're dudes.
they're
They start fighting.
you're a bitch, and then all of a sudden, hey, bro,
Yeah.
and then it's two bros
Yep.
fighting.
Yep.
And they suck each other's dick. And then when there's passion involved, they're fighting like bros, but they're trying to. They basically become chimpanzee and try and rip each other's dicks
Sure,
off.
man. Did I ever tell you the story? I may have told you this. There was a comedy club called Stand Up New York, and a guy named Nicholas. He was a big queen. He was, by his own, those are his own words, he was a giant redhead, Nicholas. I wish I remember his name. And he was probably 5'11", maybe 6 feet, and he might have actually been about 6'2", and a good three bills. Roy, you know what? Think of Roy. Think of
Roy
Big
Nelson?
Country. Yeah, Roy Nelson, but very
More
gay
weight.
and with very red hair. And just so sweet, and loved me, and I loved him. And he was just always like, you are very funny. Honestly, you don't have a lot of great jokes, but you're so physical, it's amazing.
Was he the front? Was he the?
He was the
guy?
manager, and
Okay.
Nicholas was, and he was smart and wonderful. I loved him. And I always thought I always just looked at him as a big girl. Honestly, he was just so feminine. He was just a big girl. He wore like shorts that he would roll up. He even though he was big and heavy,
He dressed like me.
big framed, and he dressed just like you, and he was vain, but in a good anyway. And so on my side, and so fucking great. And one day, there was a dude there who was being a dick, and he pulled out his wallet and offered the bouncer $1,000 to fight him. And the bouncer was just a big guy, he wasn't a fighter. And the bouncer was like, nah, look, dude, you got to leave, sir. And he turned and looked at Nick and called him a faggot. And Nick went,
He ditched the list,
dude. He turned and he had been called.
He turned around and go, "What'd you say, brother?"
He'd been called that name and probably been beaten up as a kid. And dude, I'm telling
That was
you,
a trigger.
when I saw him,
that's like
switch,
calling Marty McFly chicken.
he got in front of that bouncer. He goes, listen, bitch, I'll take you outside and I'll squash you like a fucking bug. So you just make a move, and I'll tell you what, I'll let you hit me first. Why don't you do that, you little bitch? And he punked this fucking macho guy, and the guy was big himself, but the guy knew something was up. He looked at this giant redhead.
He dropped the F-bomb.
Oh, this guy's gonna fight me, and he's bigger. He might be gay, but that doesn't make him any less tough. And you could say, I saw him in such a different light, because I went, you were bullied as a kid, you were teased for being gay, and this guy just called you a faggot.
It triggered something.
And that triggered something, because obviously that word for him, this is back, by the way, before that word was acceptable when this happened. This was 1992,
you dropped
93.
That now you're in some trouble.
Yeah, maybe it was 94. It doesn't matter. He said it, and that was it. And he punked this fucking dude out of the club.
Did you give him a hand
out
job
of the
after?
club. I said, you are. I looked at him. I remember. I go, you know me. I love that tough stuff. I go, dude, you can turn it on, huh? He goes, oh, you have no idea. You have no idea what would have happened to him, because I would have fucking destroyed him. I go, you can fight? He goes, yeah, I can fight. I can fight well, and I'm impossible to hurt. I never got that. He goes, I'm impossible to hurt. He goes, I go, yeah, because his face was that wide.
That's like Will Sasso.
Yeah, you know some guys.
Impossible to hurt Will Sasso.
Oh, you know he'd be impossible. You know those guys.
Yeah.
You teed off on. How many times did you punch Roy
Nelson
in the face? I mean, you probably
doesn't phase him.
Didn't phase him.
I feel like Will Sasso, you hit him, it just doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like a fly, it's a gnat. He's like,
Wouldn't
get out of
matter.
here, man.
Wouldn't matter. He's just too big, too strong, and too angry.
I haven't seen Will in a while. I love Will.
Will has FTS, fat teenager syndrome. He's never gotten over it, and he's got inner rage. You know what he's doing right now? You know where he's at?
Is it in Super Troopers 2? No.
Oh, no, sir.
Where's he at now?
He's starring in a movie with Mel Gibson and Frank Grillo and Naomi Watts, starring in Boss Level in Atlanta. Joe Carnahan
Oh, wow.
Smoking Aces, The Gray.
He's the one shooting.
Yeah. God, put him in that. He's got a black beard and he's a bad motherfucker. Got all his scenes with those guys. He's having the time of his life. There it is.
Fuck yeah. Will's one of the most talented ever.
What's that?
Will's so talented.
Oh yeah. Dude, I think I can tell this story. Frank and Mel Gibson. This script is so fucking good. I want to give it away, but Joe Carnahan wrote it. But Frank,
is this the movie you're in Tubi or no?
No. This is Boss Level that Frank's doing right now with Sasso and Mel Gibson and Naomi Watts. Apparently, Mel Gibson they were doing a fight scene, and Mel Gibson hit Frank, and like Frank thought his jaw was dislocated, and Mel Gibson goes, "Come here, sit down. I got you. And he did some shit to his neck and his jaw, and Frank goes, "I'm better." He goes, "Yeah, I know." He goes, "What the fuck? Mel Gibson just fixed my fucking jaw."
That's funny.
It's really wild, yeah. I love that guy. Look at those fuckers.
Looks like they're having a good time.
How about Frank Grillo at 52, a movie star?
Oh, I know. Killing it, man.
You see that Instagram of his body?
Shred City.
Jesus Christ.
It's not natural. Shred City. Shred City.
Look at him. Look at that body. Come on. What the fuck, Frank?
Ridiculous.
Fuck off.
Dude.
Hey, Rock, and everybody else, what? What do you got to say about my boy? Look at that. I texted him. I go, dude, Jesus. I just went, Jesus Christ.
He's in phenomenal shape.
That's stupid. He's always been he can walk by a weight set, though. When I met him, he just like...
Yeah, no, I hear those guys. Yeah. Now, does he do all the TRT, or what do you think he's doing?
I'm not going to comment
on that. Does he just eat yams full of steroids, or what do you think? Oh, no, dude, this is
yams
silly.
And sushi.
He's eating the same tacos as Canelo.
Yams and sushi, bro. Yams and sushi.
Yeah, no, he walks by a weight set and he gets shredded. No, I've heard that from a lot of guys. Now, would you say him and Rock have the same dealer, or what do you think's going on there?
I'm not going to talk to you about this.
Yeah, no. Now, does
he's got veins in his tummy right now.
No, I know. Does he get his source straight from Sly Stallone, or how's this work?
Look, he's just a little shredded. That's all.
Yeah, no, that's completely natural.
Skin is a little.
He does
red.
look fucking great, though.
Yeah, he does. With that hair. Fuck off, Frank. Fuck off with your hair.
He's a handsome guy.
Let's get him back on the podcast. I want to interrogate him. He is a handsome son of a bitch. I have never been out with that guy in my life. I've known him 20 years, maybe more. I've never been out with him, and I'm saying never. Never have I been out with him, sitting down, eating dinner where girls from another table or from a bar didn't start talking to us.
Oh, he's strikingly good.
It's so annoying. I'm like, Jesus.
He makes you and me look like fucking.
Well, you do all right. If you and him were out, it'd be a problem.
No, if it's me and him, I'm so much bigger and younger. I look like his fucking side piece.
Yeah.
Like I look like I'm just on command to swallow his cock.
Well, Stevie showed up when we were doing stand-up. He showed up a day later, and we were in we were in Denver. And Stevie walks in. I'm having dinner at the bar in this really nice place in Denver. He walks in a camo hat, camo pants, and a tight white T-shirt.
You can't wear that much camo,
and a knapsack that had strings on the knapsack.
Tits were hanging out.
The knapsack was not a real knapsack. It was like a little satchel that you put over your back that's strings.
Yeah, don't wear that.
I was like, Stevie, you look so fucking gay, and you look like I flew you in to bang you.
100%.
And you have a little apple bottom, and you shave your forearms. I can't have this. I can't have.
Like
you're
that.
too well shaved. Your hair is
too well manicured.
You have a little.
His hair's perfect.
You have a little. Well, you had a camo cap on. It was it wasn't even a baseball hat. It was a cap.
He looked like he just got the night off from a fucking Thunder Down Under.
Yeah. Even he said, he goes, I look like your boyfriend. I go, you sure fucking do. And now I got to order. I'll get another hamburger because I really work up an appetite having sex with girls, if you don't mind.
No, yeah, Frank is fucking.
Look at Gronk with Frank's son.
Is that on set?
Yeah, Gronk is in the movie.
That's funny, man.
Is he taller than you?
Yeah, by an inch, I think. I'm not a better actor than him, though, Frank. Anyways,
Hey, yeah. The hell, Frank? No, it's Carnahan.
Oh, yeah, Carnahan. I haven't seen him in a while. He's always at Box and Burn.
Yeah. I don't think Carnahan takes me seriously as an actor.
Well, he's fucking up, then.
It's okay, though.
That's all right.
He's seen me at my best. And he's seen you. He loved our sketches.
Oh,
he loved them.
I'd love to do those again. I get some of that relief, like we're doing those sketches on Below the Belt. Like tomorrow's sketch that we're doing, we've already shot it. I haven't seen that yet. We got added in. You know the Charlo twins, the world champion boxers, the brothers. Well, I have this condition where I'm the third brother, and we're triplets.
That's great.
And they're in on it. Thank God they're in on it. Otherwise, it won't work.
Have you seen what's his name? They call him BK. He was an Olympian. Fuck.
They
Boxer.
call him
No, BK. The kid. No. Boxer. I'll find it.
What about
So Billy Joe Saunders, I want to go. How would he? Is he going to fight anybody like Canelo? Is he going to fight anybody like Triple G?
Well, Triple G, if they make him, it'd be a mandatory to have to fight Billy Joe Saunders for the title. So
That'd be.
it's a good fight.
What do you think of that fight?
I'm a huge Billy Joe Saunders fan. Huge Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah.
I'm a little biased, but I think Billy Joe Saunders could get it done.
Really?
Be a great fight, though. Great fight because he's,
There's another dude out of Sunderland. Who is an Olympian who moves like you can't touch his
I know what you're
face.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a lot.
Pretty
ways
boy.
to go. He's super ways to go. Yeah.
PBK.
Not even close to the same level.
PBK.
Not close to what the level we're talking about, though. He's a lot of work.
A lot of work to do, right? Because right now he's
not
fighting
in this,
guys.
He's not in
do
this
that too.
conversation.
He's not.
No.
Okay. He's just too young. Josh Kelly.
He has a long ways
Yeah.
to go. Did you
Josh
see
Kelly.
Triple G this weekend?
No.
Destroyed this poor Armenian kid.
That was kind of a given. That's a warm up thing, right?
It's just good on Triple G to take the fight. To stay on the card. You have some current events, Jen?
Yeah. How about if we start with the first one that you talked about? The tunnel in Las Vegas where there's
Do you know this?
thousands of people living in them.
Underneath Las Vegas is a labyrinth.
New York had this too,
But how about Vegas? And they go into it and they show pictures. So it's this deep beneath Vegas' glittering lights lies a sinister labyrinth inhabited by poisonous spiders and a man nicknamed the Troll who weld an iron bar. But astonishingly, there's 200 miles of flooded tunnels, also home to thousands of people who eke out a living in the strip's dark underbelly.
What?
I read this. I was like, what?
Wait, so
my friend who lives in Vegas, she's like, you didn't know people live under? I'm like, that's not real. She sent me this link. I'm like,
what kind of spiders?
I mean, whatever fucking spiders
Black
underneath
Widows,
the
right?
desert.
They live in a bungalow under
Look at
Las
this.
Vegas, which
And
I've seen this before too.
Look at this. And everything's elevated because of the flood.
let me see those people.
They thought a ton of people were going to die last summer because of the flooding.
Let me see her and him. Yeah, they don't look very healthy. No.
You know what bums me out though?
Yeah.
It's people went under like research and stuff. You know what bums me out? There's kids down there. They found like stuffed toys and like and all other stuff. Really makes me sad that kids growing up in there.
Look at that.
It's big too. 400 square feet for a person their family to
guess.
live.
You know what else is a bummer? They're saying like there's a lot of former like soldiers, PTSD down there, and like homeless and drug addicts. You imagine the rape and the crime that's going on down there that goes unreported?
I'm sure. Or it's just an organized. The worst is the underground in Hungary. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh my God, Vice did a thing on that. Oh, you wouldn't believe
With
it.
kiddos and stuff?
You have
I don't want to hear it. It'll ruin my day.
It might be Romania. It's just like I couldn't believe
It's
it.
a whole
Oh my God,
city, right?
they live underground.
Oh, I've seen that. And they kill them.
It's claustrophobic.
People go out and kill them.
No.
I'm Vice.
Romania tunnel.
Vice did
people.
another
Romanian
thing.
tunnel.
Vice did another thing. It's in the Middle East somewhere.
Oh, maybe it's Brazil where
the
I
homeless
know
people
homeless
with
kids
the
were
kids
being killed.
Yeah, they kill them.
Jesus Christ. Some things are so fucking terrible. Honestly, they're so terrible.
Let's move on. Chin, what else you got? Yeah,
All right.
people live under the point is people live under fucking Vegas. There's an entire community that lives underground in Vegas with nothing.
Yeah, I sent you that.
Like hamsters.
I sent you that Donald Glover, Baby Gambino.
Childish
that video.
Gambino.
Childish, don't say baby.
Childish-
Don't say baby
Childish
Gambino, though.
That's a great fucking video, though, right?
Cool, huh?
Yeah, he's a genius.
You should see on Saturday Night Live. He killed it.
Fuck, he's a genius. That guy's special. It was so
Jen.
weird too.
You haven't seen it?
I saw the video. His
His
there
body,
was
like, why would
shocking
he-
parts, but not. It wasn't like a.
Like it was such a
amazing
weird thing
me.
to wear tight pants and just like no shirt. It was
Little
just so
blubbery.
weird and eerie and interesting.
I didn't like it. And he's my top 3 favorite entertainers. I wasn't too thrilled.
I wasn't.
I'm
thought it was too
I'm
much.
on board of that motherfucker all the way, no matter what.
Did you see something like really special about it that was deep? That
I just found it to be very perverse and thought provoking about guns.
definitely.
Like that's what I
was-
liked about it. Like the gun thing was, it wasn't even making a stand. It was people are dying. So I always say this about gun control and a lot of problems in this country. I know you got your side. I know you got your side. All good, right? And neither side's talking to each other, and people feel very strongly. Meanwhile, people are still shooting. Meanwhile, people are still dying. Meanwhile, the patient's still sick. Meanwhile, we still got people dying.
They were not solving.
And that's kind of what he was saying. That's what I feel.
Yeah, and the way he did it quick,
Like it's all good. Guns are cool, but
that was good.
Yeah. And that's real. So
it didn't move me.
it was disturbing, and I like that it's disturbing. It disturbed me. It got me.
His point was well made, though.
Yeah. But the music itself wasn't.
No,
awesome,
he has way
right?
better tracks.
Yeah.
Way better tracks.
I don't know his
amazing
tracks.
tracks.
I don't know his tracks,
oh
so I got to
my
listen to his
God.
tracks.
He's such a
But I'm on
musician.
board with that dude.
Smart guy.
Welcome to the Child Gambino
Yeah.
train. You know he's the star of the new Star Wars as well.
Well, he should be. And speaking of black people, let me just real quick mention, I got a lot of emails and I responded to them about my Kanye comment. I didn't hear what Kanye had said, so I don't know, and I still haven't
The problem
watched
is
it.
you referenced that book.
Well,
That's what people
that
are
book's a
upset
great book. So, I mean,
Yeah, but it's a great
not a
book.
great book. It's an
The-
important book, that's all. It's just a
But
perspective.
The problem is, and I agree with the people when they say this, is you're only giving that guy's perspective. You know what I'm saying?
no.
Like, we're not giving the other perspective.
all I was
of it.
trying to say was this. Any victim narrative I was talking about I've not heard that come out of black people's mouths. I've heard that come out of liberal left-wing white people. And so what they do is they frame the debate in a certain way. There are other perspectives to look at in any problem, whether it's the black problem, whether it's whatever, gun control. So you have to look at all different sides. Thomas Sowell has a different outlook as a black man who grew up in Harlem. He's a scholar out of Stanford University. I took the time to read his book. I thought it was very thought-provoking, and he backs it up with he's a renowned scholar.
It doesn't mean you
That's
believe
all.
in his ideas.
It means
You're
that
regurgitating his book.
it means that I am very intrigued by his examples and what he says.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you
as a
agree
black
with all
scholar.
of it. No. That's just his
What you
perspective.
need, exactly what you need. But I'm tired of the only one narrative that I hear out of the liberal media. I want to hear a lot of different perspectives.
Yeah.
That's all I was saying. And I had some good talks with our intelligent black listeners. Thank you for like Nigel and some other people who emailed me. I appreciate it. So I was not saying that. I did not hear. I've never been a big fan of Kanye's. I think he might be a little unstable. I'm not a big fan of Trump's, although I give him credit for that fucking Korea shit.
Although Korea doesn't. Did you see they came out like, I don't know why you guys give him credit for this.
Well, of course they wouldn't.
They said he did not do this.
Of course, because you can, as Koreans are very macho, very tough. They're not going to admit that they're Kim Jong.
But there's also other perspectives that say Trump's not the reason.
Look at me right now, and I would very strongly disagree with that.
Really?
That Trump doesn't deserve all the credit.
All the credit.
And I believe. And let me say it again.
take some heat
Let me
for
say,
this.
as a guy who's been a critic of Trump's, doesn't like the guy personally.
He gets all the credit.
I want to say this out loud. I believe after 7 decades,
You're going hard in the paint right now.
Trump deserves
all the credit. No,
ready? All the credit for Kim Jong Un's conciliatory gestures and coming to South Korea. He's scared shitless of that guy, and I actually think that North Korea thinks that Trump is unstable and are very worried about a preemptive strike. And they were not under other administrations because they knew they wouldn't do that, like Obama and stuff. Trump is just unstable enough in their minds to get them very
all the
worried.
credit. That's
So
aggressive.
once again,
I mean, a lot for sure, though.
once again, yes, I give him all the credit. I do.
You know-
Because you know what happened under Obama after 8 years?
No, I hear you.
They
didn't get nothing done.
got themselves about 8 to 10 nuclear weapons.
Yeah, I know.
That's what happened. And by the way, I was a supporter of Obama in that because I believed in diplomacy. But as you get older, you change your mind.
You're leaning towards more Malcolm
As you
X
get older,
approach.
as you get older, you just change your mind. And as you get older, you go.
This isn't
I've been a
working.
big critic of Trump's, and in this case, he was fucking right. How about that? There.
What else you got, Chin?
Got to admit when you're mistaken.
Okay, real quick on that, there was like, there's a time where both presidents were walking on a bridge, no microphones, no nothing. So the North Korean president and South Korean president were just walking and talking.
Mm-hmm.
They had Korean lip readers see what they were talking
sure.
about.
Oh, wow.
The majority of what they came out of his mouth was Trump and nuclear weapons and denuclearization,
There you go.
which is
I have
trippy.
no doubt about that. I completely believe that. Now, as a Korean culture, it would be considered losing face for them to say that they were afraid of Trump, and that's why they did it.
That's why I was surprised.
I don't think.
Never
Yeah,
say that.
I don't think they would say it's afraid.
Diplomatically,
I've heard different
the
narratives.
diplomacy would be that we have decided to come together on our own accord. Enough is enough, and all that stuff. But geopolitically,
Trump, all the credit.
people will tell you that.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
What else you got, Chin?
All right, Ken Jeong. who's also Korean.
My boy.
Yeah. He had a stand-up show in Phoenix and
Stand Up Live, where we do our shows at.
I heard.
And he ended up, I don't know if he saved the woman, but he thought this woman was heckling him.
She was having a seizure.
Yeah.
And the people like, help her. And he thought he was getting heckled. He's like, all right. And like, no, seriously, she needs help. He jumps off the stage.
Jumps off.
He's a doctor.
Yeah.
He's a legit doctor.
Ken's a legit doctor and a practicing doctor.
Yeah. Well, he definitely helped her out until the paramedics arrived. Did all that. And then continued on with the show, and apparently the show was amazing too.
Got back up there and finished it.
Ken's fucking hilarious. So Ken, let me get this straight.
Why don't we get him
Ken,
on here?
You become we can. I'll call him. I love him. Well, Ken, let's see. Ken becomes a fucking doctor,
Right now.
and then he
now.
he becomes a doctor, and then he decides to become a movie star. Well done.
Did he go doctor, comic?
He went
movie star?
doctor, practicing doctor, continued to practice all through his improv career. Got into improv, did a lot of improv. Started working. I think the first big job he got was on Knocked Up.
Yeah.
Played a doctor.
Oh, he was great on that.
And then he was still practicing medicine. He still had to practice for a long time. And then finally just got to a point where he was too busy.
He made it.
He's fucking awesome.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the deleted scenes for Ken Jeong's deleted scenes on Knocked Up?
Yes.
It was incredible.
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
did. Yeah,
It was incredible. Yeah.
he's very funny, man.
So funny.
And he's maybe the nicest person on the planet.
Super
He
funny.
seems like a great guy.
I can't wait to have him on. We'll have him on. Great.
What else
be
you
rad.
got, Jin?
All right, so this one sucks for Kevin Hart. They don't know. He's being investigated and he was arrested. So Kevin Hart's friend, a guy named JT Jackson, who I've seen around too, like in comic clubs before, apparently he was the one that was responsible for that extortion tape with Kevin.
No.
So that's one of his buddies that did.
Oh, fuck.
That's a desperate buddy.
So that's a shit.
And that's Kevin's response is when he found out. Mind blown, hurt, at a loss for words, and simply.
So
incomplete
his buddy was the one filming it, or it was his idea?
that concocted the extortion plan to sell it.
God. How did they find out?
I guess it was investigated for a while.
The trail.
Yeah.
Earlier this year, Hart was caught up in a sex tape extortion attempt. And according to TMZ, his longtime friend, Jonathan Todd TJ Jackson, is now facing 2 felony counts. Jackson has appeared in several films with Hart, and most recently Marlon Wayne's Netflix movie Naked was charged with 1 attempt of extortion. God damn. Apparently Hart was shocked. Wow. And Hart puts mind blown, hurt, at a loss for words, simply in complete disbelief at the moment.
If it's your
Hart was unknowingly videotaped having sex with a woman in Las Vegas last summer. When the news broke, he immediately did damage control by apologizing to his pregnant wife. Jackson produced an actual video teaser about the sex tape and requested an undisclosed amount of money. I guess being Hart's hanger-on doesn't pay the bills. Wow.
that's him.
What a piece of shit.
So, hold on.
That's Shamar Moore talking about that guy. Like he believes that the guy is probably innocent.
Well, if the investigators look into it, they just don't make claims.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about rumors and stuff like that.
You ain't do this shit to Kevin. Talk to each other. How do you know?
Yeah, he definitely did it, though, huh? God, that's a bummer.
Well, oof.
Can you imagine?
Just if you think
What a piece of shit.
you can't do stuff like that, it ruins
Because
you.
I feel like Kevin would be the friend if you were that financially strapped. You went up to him like, hey, man, I need a little help. He's probably going to help
He's
you.
such a good person.
Yeah.
Kevin is
You don't need to
such a good
extort him
person.
for money.
I fucking love that guy. I don't know, man.
That's a bummer, man.
People do weird things sometimes out of desperation or
I
because
thought this
they're
guy
bad.
was like, I don't know why. I look at people's faces and I kind of feel like they're good people or whatever. I kind of felt like this guy was a good guy and would not do something like this.
By looking at his face?
Yeah.
Wait,
Hey,
that
that's
guy, is that the
racist.
guy who
Right
did
there.
it? That's the guy who
That's
did
it.
it.
But then looking at this face,
I don't trust
it
him.
looks different. But I've seen him in person. He seems like a good guy.
What did he do exactly?
They said he did a teaser video. Like he put the teaser video.
I'm saying, what's he do for Kevin? Why is he in his entourage? Like,
He's a
is he-
stand-up comic. So he's probably one of the guys that opens up for Kevin. You know, he has like I think Plastic Cup Boys or something like that.
that's
His
right.
crew.
He has his crew open
Yeah.
up for
Oh,
him.
I'm
So someone in his crew
Look
actually
on his profile
did
for me.
this.
How many people? Kevin can't have too many open.
Oh, it's private now, but it's 13,000 followers.
I bet. Look at him there, just trying to mull over how to fuck over his best friend. Look at that picture. God damn it. your career's basically over. Yeah, if you're stand up and you extort Kevin Hart and we find out you're a piece of shit, if I'm a club owner, I'm not giving him a job.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, I'm set, man. Also, I gotta be honest, the only reason we're giving you part of the gig is because you're Kevin's friend. Now you tried fucking him over. We definitely can't have you here.
Oh, man. I don't. That makes me feel so bad. And also, again, even though he may be he did a bad thing, I hate seeing someone. That's the destruction of a person. See you later.
You deserve it, though. You're going to extort. Can you imagine if you were trying extorting money from me?
Yeah. Well,
that's why I want to tell you. Remember that time when your wife's like, I get this random text from that guy.
Yeah.
It was me.
What the fuck, Brendan?
I know.
Mind blown.
And your wife, she PayPal'd me $500.
Mind blown.
I need a new pair of shoes. So I had other info.
God, I don't know, man. It's never worth it. Please.
That guy sucks.
We all fuck up.
What else?
That's a fuck
no,
up.
That's
damn.
There's fuck up, then there's a bad person.
That's a bad person.
You gotta get rid of you.
I gotta get rid of you because what you did is you planned something.
I'm gonna have to call my homies. I'm gonna have to call my new Hell's Angel homies in Minnesota. Drive on down there and stomp you out.
Damn.
Or as we like to say it, you're gonna be sucking them. Dick.
So Jackson produced an actual video teaser about the sex tape and requested an undisclosed amount
A
of money.
teaser?
So what do you do in this situation? Like,
if you're Kevin Hart, you do exactly what he did. Oh, you want to extort me? All right. I had sex with a woman. I fucked up wifey. This is what happened.
I mean, with a friend, I'm guessing this is like a good friend of his.
Oh,
like,
you never talked to him again, Chin.
Like, just completely cut him off.
Oh, no, yeah. No.
You
never talked to him
This is
again.
a bad guy.
No. What if he
I have
found
enough
out?
friends in this world. If one fell off,
But I mean, think
favor.
about the planning that went into this. Yeah. Think about, you say, so you go, that's my boy. He's been really good to me. I'm going to videotape him having sex, and I'm going to get money.
He's the most famous man in the world as far as comedy goes. Most famous comic in the world. He's also probably the second biggest movie star in the world besides The Rock, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to sit there, come up with this plan with these two fucking chicken heads.
Do you know what it is? I think it looks like jealousy. So you watch your friend making $1 million a day. Then you go like this. You go, you know what? I want some of that money. That dude is making that much money, and I could really use some money. Maybe my mother needs a house. Maybe whatever. You know what I'm going to do? This is how dumb people are. I'll videotape him. I'll threaten him. I'm not going to make it public, but I'll threaten him with it, and he'll pay me, and it'll be all good. I'll just do it quietly.
Did you not think that he was going to find out, though?
Well, this is not a thinking person.
He's a fucking moron.
This is a dumb. Who so
and how about nice fucking write up? What is this, the Grapevine? They go on to say Hart was unknowingly videotaped having sex with a woman in Las Vegas last summer, and when the news broke, he immediately did damage control by apologizing to his then pregnant wife and made millions off the scandal by going on tour and making jokes about being a habitual cheater.
Oh, I don't know.
He made millions off of it.
Don't worry about this article though, But
I when you're I used to have an acting teacher who said if you're playing a guy like this, you can't play him like a bad guy. You have to get into his head and think about how he was thinking about it,
He's
right?
pretending to be a good guy.
And what you'd think to yourself, the way he probably said, he said, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to make it public, but it's a good way to make money quickly. That's all.
So
I'm going to do this.
The reason why I asked that is because imagine like one of your closest friends you find out has something to do with it. That's a tough thing to get over.
To do that to Kevin, though.
Imagine like someone super close to you did that. That would be.
And those guys. So when I did Ride Along, those guys are always with him. Those guys are his boys. They're all good guys.
But maybe he's like a failing comic, and he's like, dude, everyone tells me I'm the funniest one in the group. Kevin's making all this money. That ain't right.
No.
And then I'm going to take this money from him.
Look,
it's a jealousy thing.
It's bad, man. There's no other way to say it. You did a bad thing.
I guess you have to cut him off.
I can't believe he did that. I'm glad we brought this up because.
This thing
I know you just got that big show. If you don't wire me $100,000,
what?
I'm gonna release our text thread.
Bro.
I'm gonna release our text thread.
I'm gonna release our text thread.
I have that video of you doing what?
Yep, shooting up and banging guys.
Correct. You want that out on your conscience?
I got my heroin dick and I can't get it going.
All right, what else you got, Chin?
This is just about Kevin Lee. I saw this recently. It's the craziest, like, viral edit of Kevin doing the stanky leg.
Let me see it.
You guys want to watch it?
Yeah. This is after he got kicked in the head by Barboza, even though he blocked it.
But this one's just a trick.
The only reason why we can have fun with this is because he won the fight. We would not be showing this if he would have lost.
I remember that.
He won this fight, so this is why we can have a laugh at it. We'd never show this to a real fighter.
I mean, they went all out on this one.
That's amazing. It's a good video.
Jesus Christ, they put some time into it.
Yeah, they did.
Wow, they really put time in this video.
It's pretty
That
good.
was it. Yeah, some guy named Ray
That's
Rod.
interesting, man.
Damn.
That's cool, though.
That kick.
Kevin trucks up his stanky leg footwork to him recently taking ballet.
Is that true?
He said it helps him
That's
with his footwork
hilarious.
in the cage.
He's a very good athlete.
What else you got, Jen?
Did you see Connor's post about his little kid's birthday?
And his fat dick hanging out
Yes.
the front.
So
Did you
it's
see
not
this?
that crazy, right?
He posted
to talk
this
about
picture,
this.
and right away I went, well, why is his hog sticking out like that? Look at his fat white dick right there.
But look at his face too. It's so funny how he does it. I feel like he's doing this. 100%
I've seen this a
on
couple
purpose.
times where he's just got. No
I don't think he's
underwear
doing that on purpose.
He's got
Really?
No, underwear
No, I
on.
think he has a giant fat hog.
Or he just doesn't wear underwear and he pulls it to the side. Because you know what?
No, he wears
I
underwear.
appreciate it.
Well, there's a bunch of these
Appreciate
pictures.
his shirt there.
Appreciate his dick. Appreciate him.
This kiddo's cute, man.
Look at him.
Yeah, the kiddo's very
Good
cute.
looking fam,
He's awesome. He's awesome.
right?
Yeah.
I think that first. Well, then this one too. This one's pretty crazy.
Let me see this one. His dick's ain't. God, dog.
see the
Obvious.
balls.
Girthy
So
dick
obvious.
on him, though, man.
He's just pushing it all out. There you go. That's my dick.
Kind of. He's holding his kid. I don't think he's thinking like that. I just think,
purpose.
I just think he has a fat dick.
Probably. Hopefully. Congratulations.
You don't get to his level without having a fat dick.
Congrats.
Cute ass kid.
Yep.
The kid's starting to look like him too. A little
The
bit.
kid's getting big, man. Thick kid.
Holy cockpicks.
That's
Holy cockpicks, bro.
all the comments are pretty much like 90%.
at his shorts.
That
Got it when you have a good dick day for family photos. See, the third pick is hair. I'm going to get that.
Dude,
he didn't
did-
wear underwear.
did you-
That's right. He's not wearing
Dude,
underwear.
did you see the comments on when I posted me blowing out my jeans? Sometimes people are fucking hilarious on Instagram.
What'd
man.
they say?
Just about my
Some
dick.
people are.
and
Some
it's
people are
so
really
funny,
funny.
man. The people are so funny. What else you got, Jen?
this is from your hood, Aurora, Colorado. A woman put a urine sample into a 7-Eleven microwave to warm it up, and it exploded. So
Poor thing. That's embarrassing.
it was for a job interview. I guess she was supposed to turn in a sample, and she went to jail for this. But so
she go to jail?
it has to be like room temperature, or whatever 70. I don't know how many degrees it is, but it has to be like warm urine.
Was she trying to throw off like the testing?
So it was, here's the thing: when she got arrested, she said like, "But it's not real urine. It's not real urine. So don't worry about it. That it exploded and got all of." And she cleaned it up as much as she
It
could.
was artificial. Do you have to arrest her, though?
Yeah.
But then on top of that,
She already lost the gig.
because she admitted it wasn't real urine, it was fake urine
Yeah, so
that
she
she tried to
fucked.
warm up. So she didn't get the job, obviously.
Fuck, man.
That's a bummer,
her.
though. Let her
She's
go.
you know
Free
what?
her.
No, give her the job. She's doing everything it takes to get this goddamn
She's doing everything
job.
she takes.
She's not
She
bad
needs the
looking
job.
either.
No.
No,
I'd give
for
her the
that.
job. I really would.
What was she trying to do?
Just getting it to the like you just urinated into the sample.
But I wonder what job she was applying for.
Health clinic.
Oh,
Yeah, so
well,
she was probably worried that they were going to.
Yeah.
she looks like she fancies the drugs.
Yeah, well, either way, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Let's look at this
That's
one then.
embarrassing for her. I
Bummer.
don't like seeing women get embarrassed.
What's this?
So this guy, he's been a sportscaster in the Bay Area for over like 24 years, and during a Warriors practice game, he jacked one of the jackets. Like it was I think it was Stephen Curry's bodyguard's jacket,
Like a warm up?
like an actual Warriors jacket that, for whatever reason, this guy had. Walker Walker.
You got to know you're always on camera
How
Yeah.
did they
in
know?
today's world.
So this guy was also a wide receiver for a team a long time ago. Oh, 49ers. His name's Mike Schumann.
Okay.
So I ended up stealing the jacket, and you can't do that, obviously. And you can see him right
This
here
video?
stealing it.
Let me
Yeah.
see it. Where's he at?
Right there in the red.
A man in red takes a jacket from a chair and then walks out of the AT&T Center in San Antonio.
But it looks like that jacket's just there.
Yeah, but you can't
Warriors
take
practice
that.
session. The team had a playoff game that night.
Oh, man. So he loses his job after being on
He
the air
resigned.
for 20 years?
He resigned after 24 years
Oh,
because
come
of this.
on, man.
And that's his resignation. It is with sadness that I announced that ABC 7 News and I have decided to amicably part ways after 24 years together.
Oh, my God.
It was just a fucking jacket that he saw lying there, and he took
And he
it.
was like, fuck it.
I would have taken it, too.
I read somewhere that the team,
Did he
like
get it for
people,
his son or
Nobody
something?
cares. That's not
No,
stealing.
they
You know
did.
why that's not stealing?
People did
Because
care,
they
though.
have a lot of those jackets, and it's from a big organization. It's just a jacket.
I'm sure he gets swag all the time, and
Yeah.
he's laying there. He's like, God, my son wanted one of these. I'm gonna
Yeah,
grab
I would
this thing."
take that, too. Fuck off. That's not stealing.
What he did wasn't right, but he shouldn't lose his job after 20 years.
Also,
What were
it's
you
like,
going to say?
nobody's going to miss that jacket. You just get another one from the organization.
You know how it happens? You go to the equipment manager, you go, hey, I lost my jacket. They go, cool, here's another
That's
one.
it. Right.
There's 100,000 of those
They
jackets.
cost exactly $7 to make. Fuck off.
I did hear that the teams were not happy, but like that's like a big deal to them for some reason. Like you can't just grab
But
their
he
jacket.
works there. He's there all the time. He knows everybody. I don't know.
Anyways, well, he's
Although my mom saved my dad a lot of money, a lot of money, because this guy was trying to get him to invest in a fund. My mother watched him kick a golf ball, and
Yeah,
he
I
did
know.
it without anybody seeing it.
It says a
And
lot about a person.
He just cheated, and it's one thing to do it when people are watching. He did that and tried to get away with it. She goes, I don't trust that guy, and if you fucking put your money in his fund, I will leave you.
She's right.
And she was right. And it turned out he got arrested. He got arrested, and he went to jail, and he fucked over.
It's what you-
he
what-
fucked over about 200 people.
Well, it's what you do when no one's looking, right? I remember I found $20 like on the street by this house when I was really young. I came back, I'm like, Dad, look, I ate $20. I was young, like 5 or 6. He's like, where'd you get that? I'm like, I found it on the street. It's underneath this stuff. It's like underneath like a bunch of stuff. And he goes, go put it back. I go, why? He's like, go put it back. That's not your money.
Don't take what doesn't belong to you.
what do you do though? Like I remember I was jogging at a place called Mall Square Park. I saw $40 on like a driveway. This is where people walk and jog all the time. I took it and then I tried to call Mall Square Park security or whatever to do
no.
it. Nothing. I couldn't get a hold of
just take
anyone.
No, that you might want
Take
to.
that.
Yeah.
But it goes back to that very simple thing you learn as a kid. Don't take what doesn't belong to you, and keep your promises.
But also, what kind of person do you want to be? You know what I'm saying?
Flush. Don't take what doesn't belong to you. Keep your promises.
If it's yellow, leave it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. Film your friends having sex just in case you need money later on. That's the way I was raised.
See, I don't know if that.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
This one has been going around. You can't see it that much, but a guy in India was killed by trying to take a selfie with a bear that was injured already.
Oh,
So he laid down to take the selfie like that? Or is that after he's been
That's
attacked?
after. This is footage afterwards. So I guess they were on some sort of little cruise thing in this area. They stopped off because he had to pee, and then he also saw this bear that looked injured, and he wanted to take a selfie with it. The bear ended up attacking him and killing him.
What the You mean bears doing bear shit? Ooh, this is it?
This is it.
Oh, play that video.
It's hard to tell, but you can see this is where the bear already has him,
horrible.
and the camera's bad too.
It's what you get, though.
Those
you know?
are called crescent bears. That's an Asian crescent bear, I think they call it.
Crescent bear?
And it's just attacking the guy?
Yeah.
It's killing him.
Yeah, but that's what you get. Unfortunately, I hate to be shitty about it. Oh, fuck.
No, they're
He can't get away, huh? He can't back up?
Well, the thing
I mean,
is,
he has. I think the bear has his mouth on his hand.
sure, it's a giant fucking
So here, see,
giant bear.
trying to escape it. The bear is like clamping down on his hands.
Fuck, I'm sorry that he was killed.
Well, I'm sorry you tried to take... Oh, bear's wrestling. He has his hand.
Oh, that's tough to watch.
The bear's wrestling the fuck out
horrible,
of him.
man. It's
Now,
horrible.
Khabib beat those
And then
things
the
Who,
up.
the
dog
dog?
comes in.
You think the dog would get him? Oh, it's so awful.
How come none of the humans are helping?
That shit's
Why is
awful.
just the dog helping?
I don't know
Why are the
what can you
humans
Well,
do,
you're
though?
terrified. The dog bear could turn on you. You don't know what to do.
Oh. Anyways,
You could at least draw the attention. Yeah, no, but of course,
dog
this is a
doing
bear
nothing.
doing bear shit. And let me guess, they killed the bear.
Oh God.
I think they put it in a
Bear
cage. I'm
shaking.
sure they killed it at this point, but
Well, you got to have a gun on you. You know who eats those bears?
who?
Tigers.
So, anyways, there's that, and I think this is the end of it.
That's awful.
He's in a cage here, and he looks pretty messed up as is.
It's a shame
a
they're
bad
killing him
story all
because
the way around.
that's on that fucking guy, man.
Of course.
That has nothing to do with the bear. Bear doing bear shit. You get up close and take a selfie with a bear. What the fuck you thinking?
It's like that guy with the black bear is eating from the grill, and he's like trying to Get away from the bear.
Wait, what happened?
It's a 400-pound animal or whatever.
Did the bear kill him?
Or no, but the bear was trying to steal from his grill, and he was like, "Get away!" And he was right there with his little tongs. It's like that bear probably weighs 250.
What's like when the grizzly bear man died? Like, do you hear? You got eaten by a grizzly bear? I didn't skip a beat. Went. Mm-hmm. Yep. Anyways, so shit.
Yep. I'm not getting near.
The one that made me sad was when Steve Irwin died.
Yeah. That was a shock.
All that crazy shit, and then you go, "How'd he die?" Stingray through the heart.
Yep.
That was a shock.
I cried.
I don't cry, but
have you seen his daughter?
Yeah.
She can wrestle this dick in her mouth. You know what?
Now, I think...
have a nice night.
All right. I don't actually think she's that, to me.
Ooh, I do. Put another shrimp on the Barbie. Put another nut in your mouth.
Well, all right. But
she's old enough, though, bro.
Her Instagram?
How old is she? Before we might have to edit this.
19.
Oh, I'm
She's
good,
old
baby.
age.
It's all good, baby.
I'm not.
What's up, Crocodile Hunter?
I can't, sir.
Hunt these nuts.
No.
They're down under, girl.
I can't do it.
Hunt these
No,
nuts.
we can't do it. She is cute, though. Who's that guy?
That's her fucking man?
That's a Dancing with the Stars
that's
guy.
Dancing with the Stars.
Can his shirt not... That's a leotard. A leotard. He's wearing a leotard.
What? Give me another picture.
Right,
give me a better picture. Don't give me one. Oh, her boyfriend's a tool. Give me another one, though.
Not of her dad.
Not of her dad.
That was a video.
Ooh.
Hey guys, we are so
She's
excited
cute.
to announce that Dad is getting his very own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This is all happening on the 26th of April and is such an honor for my entire family. So if you're in LA on the 26th,
Here I am with a fucking cobra, mate. It could bite my neck.
Thank you so much for all of your support. Sending love and light always, and hugs from here at Australia Zoo. Thanks, guys.
Well, I gotta get me to Australia.
Yeah. Does she do what he does then? Sort of?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. Minus, she doesn't fuck with stingrays anymore, though.
Yeah. Ooh, that was... Go back. Let me see that croc. Go down.
Down?
Yeah, right there, that croc. No, go up.
Oh.
No. Right there. There you go. Let me see something.
That's her brother. See, her and her brother doing the same shit her dad did.
Yeah, that's a big fucking... That's a big salty. Don't fuck around with a salty, all right? Yeah. Get away from the salties.
That video sucked. What else? Let's move on, Chin. She's hot, though.
She's cute.
Yeah.
You not feeling her?
I don't know. I don't care.
She's 19.
Sometimes. Oh, yeah, she's 19.
Your psoriasis ain't going to help her, though. Ooh, look at that.
You into
kangaroo.
51-year-olds with psoriasis, 2 kids?
You like
and a wife?
51-year-olds with bumps all over their fucking face?
Yeah. I don't have
And
bumps on my face.
I promise you have bumps all over your face.
Well,
and
that's
you have
from
braces.
zits.
It's a nightmare, Brian. What else you got?
And my
All right.
teeth are not changing. Keep going.
This is in New Jersey. A superintendent, would take a dump on the football field every single day.
He looks like the kind of guy.
But
that
what's
takes
the problem? I'm
shits.
sorry. What's the problem here?
Don't take a dump
Brendan,
on a football
he
field.
would take a daily shit on the football field. It's exactly like my buddy who was a trainer at a gym. They knew who the guy was. They couldn't catch him. He would come and work out.
Oh, the poop bandit.
He would shit in the shower, and then he would walk out and go like
shower.
this and wink. And they had to hold the other trainer back from fighting him. And he's like, and my buddy Lou was like, "Don't fight him." He's like, "Fuck it, I know you're doing it." And he goes, "See ya." And he would just come in.
Why does this guy do this? Does he
People
say
are
why?
so that's the same
thing I
reason
can't
some
figure
people
out.
like to break into your closet in your house and jerk off while you're home and then
That
leave.
makes sense, though. This
Doesn't make sense.
This shitting on your field, though,
Yeah.
is weird.
Well, he was making $147,000 a
Yeah.
year, so he just lost that. Again, these are crazy things to lose.
He
Like
didn't say why. It's just there must be some sort of weird.
Damn,
thing
he makes
that gets off
$150
of
grand
that.
a year. What was he upset about the shit on the football field? You know what? Maybe he was like cut as a kid on the football team. This was his way of getting back at him.
Or it's just a perverse pleasure he takes in.
You think he shits and then jacks off in the bleachers?
I think it's a condition.
He's shitting and dropping loads in the
He
bleachers.
likes leaving a piece of himself everywhere, and especially on the football field because it's outrageous.
And then someone has to clean it up.
It's outrageous. He's being a bad boy.
Where's the weirdest place you're taking a shit?
In a mouth.
You're full of shit.
Of course I am.
No, I was like, oh my God, I feel
gross.
sick.
Oh my God. No, the weirdest place I've taken a shit is just on the street. And yeah.
The weirdest place I've ever taken a shit.
Oh, on a roof once.
That's pretty
I
weird.
had to, though.
Well,
Only because I had to.
Well, I was, Jay and I used to work for a rental company, so we dropped off like party rentals, and Jay was the
Oh,
truck.
I shat. No, my friend shat. in the
Jay was the truck driver. We were young, man, and I had to shit so bad, but not like diarrhea. Like I had a straight log. It had to come out.
Yeah.
And Jay was drinking a big old Slurpee.
Yep.
And it was raining so hard outside, and we had to wait for the people to come out. And I'm talking downpour, like tropical storm. And I tell Jay, I go, give me your cup.
That's very acceptable.
He goes, why? I go, give me your cup.
Yeah.
He gives me his cup. I go in the back. I drop a Cobra, a soft serve Cobra in this giant Slurpee can, and Jay is going,
Yep.
I didn't know what else to do.
I got one for you.
So I was in a truck.
Yep. I got one for you. I was
young.
A long time ago, my mother's apartment, New York City. There was a girl. I brought her up to my mother's apartment. And she's in the room. Now, it's a 1-bedroom with a 1-bathroom. Now, it was the morning, and I couldn't shit when she was there because I didn't know her. But I had to shit something fierce.
Oh, you got the cramps?
Yeah.
You got the shit sweats?
You've been to that apartment. So I went to the kitchen. I closed the doors of the kitchen. I pulled out a plastic bag. I shat in the plastic bag in a hurry.
That's disturbing.
Wiped my rumpy pumpy, put it in the plastic bag, tied it up, and then put the plastic bag out.
That's nasty.
I had to go.
That's too much trouble. I'll shit where if it's that bad, I just have to go.
Yeah. Well, my sister called me after she was in college, and she goes, I don't like college. I go, why? She goes, I don't know, really. It's like guys are very different than girls. I said, what happened? She goes, I was talking to a guy. He's a very nice guy. He fell asleep on our couch, and the guys from the dorm next to us took a shit on him. Because he passed out. He was drunk. I go,
Oh, my God.
I go, she goes, they took a shit. He was lying there sleeping, and I came out, and he had a huge coiled shit on his chest. They took a shit on his chest. She goes, who would do that? And I was like, well, I have friends who would do that.
What's this, Jin?
I remember being in college. I was like, not a big deal.
Yeah, I guess on surveillance they caught him passing by porta potties and toilets, but he didn't want to poop there, so he just went to the field to take a dump.
Maybe he likes to shit outside.
Hey, yeah, maybe
he's
it's his thing.
claustrophobic.
Maybe he grew up in the fucking wilderness.
Or he's just into that. Some people like to kill people. Other people like to have
I'd rather have him shit on fields than killing people.
It's the people that like to have poo on them and in them.
Well, there's a documentary on Netflix. I don't know which one it is, but it's about kinky stuff. They interview these very attractive girls and they go, what's the weirdest thing that, that clients ask you to do? And this super hot girl goes, and she's like very reserved. She's like, I have a normal client who I see on the regular, and he wants me to shit in his mouth every time I see him.
Shit in his mouth. I mean, I just could never do that. That's how crazy people are.
If ISIS was like, hey, do you want all the homies to shit in your mouth and we'll let you free, or we're going to slit your throat? I go, just slit my throat.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what people are into.
The homies are shit in your mouth, man.
But if she's really hot.
No.
I'm kidding. I don't know, man.
That stuff I'll throw up. Yeah. Someone showed me a video one time, this guy in a glass tube with a funnel, and then people would shit into the tube.
You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to throw up.
Call them scat babes. What else you got, Chin?
Have you guys ever seen someone get jacked for their shoes?
I mean, I've heard of it. It's definitely pretty common.
So here's a video of it. They thought these were $2,000 Air Jordans. Turns out they were 2,000.
Jordan 1s or something like that, the originals, 2,000. Some 11 patent leathers or something. Does it say which one's there?
I'll find out the name of it.
Okay, carry on.
This is in Flushing. So I'll let you watch the video real quick. So there's a car looking at this dude just on his phone on the sidewalk.
In his J's?
Mm-hmm. So the car...
Oh, you know what? They might be the... All right, keep going.
Yeah, so the car just parks on the curb, and then...
Take his shoes.
3 people run up to the guy.
Do they have a gun or anything?
No, nothing. So they just... Watch this. Look how they do it. This guy just tackles him from the back. Other guy just goes for his shoes.
Well, at least you're not hurting him.
Yeah, so it looks like they're just after the shoes, straight up. And then they just book it. They take off. They throw them to the side. They take off.
Well, you got your shoes taken.
And the guy actually comes chasing after him, which I thought was pretty brave, right?
Jacket.
Yeah, it's brave.
Yeah,
he should have to his cell phone on just taking pictures of the license.
Well, like minutes later, they try to steal. Those 3 guys try to sell the shoes at a shoe place.
That's crazy. So they're not thoughtful. That's so weird. And they're on video.
And that's them going to the counter, to sell these $2,000 Jordans.
Hilarious.
Whoa. That's the other one. All right, so.
Oh, I thought that was a cop. I was like, just relax.
Anyways, the guy at the counter said, no, these are fake. So they jacked this dude for Jordans that were knockoffs.
Look at them, though. They look like
Wow.
Yeah, the counter guy said that they were completely calm. Like they didn't, they were just like pros at this.
Yeah.
They've done it so many times probably.
Yikes. So they jacked fake ones, and now they're fucking morons.
And I don't think they're caught yet either.
I don't think the cops are exactly hot on the case. We better figure this out, man.
God.
Let's get our top detectives on it.
That's been going on in New York for as long as I can remember.
Oh, man. I mean, people...
My buddy said that he'd call to you and go, "What's your size?" And you'd be like, "Oh, no." Oh, no. First thing they'd say, "Yo, what's your size?"
Yeah, I remember we were kids, the Air Jordan 3s and the 5s. My mom was like, after school, you come home in those things and change shoes. And we go back outside.
Because you get them stolen.
Yeah, all the time.
Them shoes.
Is that it, Chin?
That's well. There's one little.
Wow.
I bet you he had those ones. Those are the ones that you see. The second ones in there. Those
Jordan 1.
Those are $2,700.
Oh yeah. Sir.
Why?
Yeah, they're limited, especially those.
That's ridiculous. What are we talking?
These
about?
ones are so sick.
How are they?
Look
why?
at this. Yeah,
The
why?
Off-White brand, because they only made a few of them, and it's
Yeah,
super.
they're fucking stupid, and that's stupid.
Oh, those
Make
are
a few
so
and
sick.
sell them for that much. Hilarious. Scarcity. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but you like wine, right?
Yeah, but
like
come on.
rear bottle
yeah,
wine.
But rear bottle wine's great. That doesn't mean
It's
those
great,
are great
I know.
shoes. Those aren't good. Those are regular shoes.
For us, they are. Like you like certain bottles of wine, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
But those
no,
are super
that's not-
rare.
I know. But
Those are an original. So how is this any different? No, just hear me out,
Because
B.
great
Before-
wine, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why.
Great wine, you
one
can
is
taste it, right?
One is marketing, right? One is like scarcity and marketing. And
Same with
they're
wine.
not really that interesting. Let's be honest.
They are though, because here you don't know what you're talking about. Just like me talking about wine.
But by the way,
no,
I'll
just
tell
hear
you
me
the
out. Hear me out. The reason why those are cool. That was the first shoe that Jordan wore. That was the first that kind of made shoes cool. And Jordan got fined by the NBA because he wasn't allowed to wear his own shoe.
Okay.
So that's what those stand for.
Right.
So they recreated them. This Virgil Hunter recreated these shoes in that, and they're super
Yeah,
sacred.
I know. I understand.
It's no different than wine.
You're still being
but I can
duped.
keep
You're still
those.
being, it's so different than wine in a way.
It's not, because some people say that they can sit wine experts down and give them the most expensive wine in the world and the cheapest, and you can't tell the difference.
Oh, but that's not true. When you drink wine, of course you know that's not true, because great wine is like an art form, right? So great wine takes like so hard. Like when you drink those top wines, it's like an experience, and you're like, and you go, "Holy shit, this is the best wine I've ever had. This is
Crazy.
incredible."
Same
when
with
you put those
high-level
on,
shoes.
When you put those on, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, you know that you're being duped into a marketing scam. That's what it is.
That's not true, B. That's like saying wine you're being duped in.
No, because wine is a.
Then why do you have $600 shoes on? Why don't you?
Well, these were given to me.
No, they weren't. Why?
They were.
Your wife bought them.
No.
You've had them, but you have common.
Jerry McFadden.
Yeah, but you bought common projects for $400.
Yeah.
Why don't you wear Payless shoes?
Well, because I like nice. I think nice shoes.
Because there's a difference, right, in quality.
Good quality, yeah, for
Correct.
sure.
So those shoes, the guy who designs those, Virgil Hunter, who's now the head of Louis Vuitton, is the hottest designer in the world. He's literally the designer right now. So the quality and time he puts into those shoes.
I see.
Is the
So
same he
these
does
are
with
made
wine.
by a designer. They're designed.
No, that's why they're so expensive. It's not like
still think
he's taking a spin on that shoe
I got you.
and turning it into something different.
I mean, but $2,700 is pretty crazy.
The thing about wine that you just drink once.
Yeah.
I can keep these, and the value of these actually go up.
Well,
that's an investment.
Right. I mean, if I understand people buying something like jewelry or shoes because it's a fashion statement, it's made by a certain designer and stuff. That's a little bit different. I mean, I don't know, but I would still think $2,700 is a fuckload of money for shoes, man.
It's a lot, but
It's
again,
a lot for it's a lot for wine. I would never buy that for wine.
But that's the thing. If you're into wine, if you're into cheese, if you're
into fashion,
if you're into dinners, you know what I'm saying? It's all relative, right?
Yeah.
Like whoever buys these, that's their thing. They're into those. That name. What's the best wine in the world?
Like if you buy a coat that's made, a designer coat that's made by a specific designer, you're going to spend.
That's just what they're into. You know what I'm saying? And again, a lot of times, if you buy a special Rolex,
so what you're saying is those are a work of art. They're made by this
Look
guy.
at 'em, man.
Right. For me, of course, maybe because I'm old, they look like regular sneakers. You know what I'm saying?
But then to me
they're
with
not.
wine, if you give me a bottle of wine, I go, yeah, I don't give a fuck. How much that one? Yeah, they taste all the same.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's just what you know. But to hate on it, like I don't hate on that you like wine.
No, but I just think $2,700 is $2,700 is because they're so scarce, they're so rare, right?
That's probably the
there's
big
such
reason. Like
demand.
baseball cards, those are worth so much. But
it's a collector's item.
Yeah.
And if it's made by this guy, then, it's like you'd spend a lot on Louis Vuitton because you're buying a specific thing. He's the designer for Louis Vuitton.
Virgil Abloh, yeah. So his story is he started off with Kanye. Him and Kanye started off together, and then he went to Nike, did this white label thing that's blown up, and then he just got hired by Louis Vuitton.
So it's like their couture thing.
Yes, but what's interesting is he's putting a spin on the classic. So then what's interesting is this
Virgil Abloh.
Virgil Abloh.
Because these don't look like much, but they're handmade by this guy for Golden Goose, and they're comfy.
But see, this Virgil Abloh, who now so what's interesting here is now he has such a different perspective on like these classics. So Louis Vuitton hires him, right? He's the top designer for Louis Vuitton now, and they asked Kanye, "What do you think him getting the job?" And Kanye got upset at him, kind of, because they used to be best friends.
Yeah.
He goes, "Well, the reason why I got into fashion is because I want to make it available to the masses. Like I want everyone to be able to afford nice, cool stuff." Louis Vuitton, no one can afford that.
Yeah.
So he's going off our route. And they go, what about the Yeezys? Like they're $600. He goes, that's the reason why I left Nike. I want them to make so many shoes, everyone can have them.
Gotcha.
But they can make money by making these limited runs.
And by the way,
so this Virgil Abloh,
guess what? When you do make those shoes, people find a way to buy them, even people with no money. That might be who. So when you make something really expensive and exclusive, the people that don't have money are going to buy it because it's a status symbol.
And Kanye's saying that's the problem.
Yeah.
As much crazy shit Kanye says, he's right in this. He goes, well, now, because this Virgil, anything he touches is the hotness. So now he makes Louis Vuitton, so kids are going to be asking their parents for Louis Vuitton.
Yep.
He goes, that's not what we want. We don't want people to idolize Louis Vuitton, where it's $1,000 for a pair of shoes.
Exactly. But it'll always be that way, right? There'll always
it's not Louis Vuitton. It's going to be Gucci.
There'll always be, people want nice things that nobody else has. That's a human thing, right? Because
it's so expensive. It's not because they don't make enough of it. It's because it's so expensive. Only a fraction of the world.
But when you buy wine, Peter Michael makes a certain number of wines only, and then people drink them, and then there are 6 bottles left. The price goes way the fuck up. So people want them.
It's very strange what this Virgil guy's doing. It's because it's not like that's your regular shoe, and all he wrote was air. It's very strange.
But like you said, still, if you're into fashion, I can't argue with it. If you're into fashion and you're into a certain look, then, I used to make fun of fashion, and then I realized I wouldn't want to live in a world without it because it makes the world very colorful.
Well, it's just what you're into.
It's also artistic.
Like when I went to wine tasting, the guy went, "Shut up!" I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy's a fucking nerd. I'm thinking to myself, this is so lame. Like you're into grapes and all shit, but then you get appreciated for it. I'm like, how's that any different than me being obsessed with shoes?
Because it's an art form. Like all the detail. I would listen to it all day because I love it.
That's how I'm with shoes, but I'm not gonna hate like that's his thing. Like that's cool.
Well, shoes are a form of decoration, a form of artistic expression. So when you put them on,
there's definitely some stupid ones out there, but yeah,
but I get it.
Like the new dad shoe going on right now. I just can't get on that hype train. That's the hype train.
Shoe?
The dad shoe. Type in dad shoe.
See, I don't mind those. Those are pretty cool, right there.
Those are cool. Let me show this one though. It's fucking.
It's literally called dad shoe.
There. Here, click. Right here. Click on this one. This is what's in right now.
Very first one.
Yep, they're $900 by the way, and they're selling out everywhere. And I got to draw the line somewhere. Those are. Oh, look at them, all sold out.
Who makes those?
Those are what are those? What do you call them?
Balenciaga. Oh, damn. I saw someone wear these.
Oh, I was at the mall at Nordstrom. I took a picture me and Dilly are into shoes. I took a picture of the hottest shoe in the game right now.
Really?
And he goes, nah. I go,
what makes them hot? How does that happen? So how does it happen?
You ready?
I need to know.
You know who made those hot?
Who?
Kanye West.
Because started wearing them?
He wore them. He has the dad look. So Kanye West started the dad hats. He started the light colored jeans.
You got to give it up.
These shoes.
So he wears them because apparently Kylie Jenner wore my wife's cousin's dress. She couldn't keep up with demand.
Yep.
I mean, and when you become a personality like that, you start wearing shit. You can make a fortune just wearing stuff, right? Just
People
fortune.
Pay a lot of money. And Kanye has such an influence now. So instead of doing New York Fashion Week and all that stuff, you know what he did to release his new line? Since his wife is always in the spotlight, he just went, "Oh, you're going to get a juice? Wear my new shirt." And then you're going to get gas? Wear my new shirt. Are you going to get this? Wear this. So his fashion, he used the media.
Damn! So smart. Why not? Why wouldn't you? God damn.
I can't get in those dad shoes. I gotta draw the line somewhere. That's where I stop at. I can't do the dad shoes.
She looks great.
What else you got, Jen?
There's this. It's not a huge deal. It's just some older grandfather guy that
I saw this.
saw a police chase, and then he has a cane, so he can't really walk that well, but he actually tripped this robber as he was running by.
It was pretty good. Good trip, too.
Yeah, and I mean, the guy was armed, too, so it could have been a lot worse.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's a police chasing on this body cam.
Did he shoot the guy?
No.
Guys were chasing, and I could see that he was holding something in his waistband while he was running from you guys, but he had a pretty...
So you can see there's a huge chase going on.
Just coming my way, so I got in his way to slow him down so you guys could get him.
And there's a grandfather right there.
The building is going to have to go...
There's a better shot coming up.
He's going to run straight into the police.
Right here.
To the left, he was coming by me. I heard him hit, and then...
He just backs up a little, boom, trips him.
Tight move, Grandpa.
And then he went
Back leg. Boom, bitch.
A good trip.
Hell yeah, it is.
Hell of a trip.
Yeah, that was
You ever seen that guy throw that spinning wheel kick when that guy stole that woman's purse? That was the worst.
That guy was me. It was. I'm telling everybody now.
Is that it, Chen?
That's
You have
it.
time for lunch?
Yes.
Well, why'd you do that?
I said yes.
All right. Let's do it. Yeah. Let's go eat some lunch. Go on and drop some stuff off. All right.
Let's go shit on football fields for no reason at all.
Let's go poo. Poo on the top of toilets.
Speaking of shit on football fields, hey, I'll be in Houston June 20th, 22nd. Not going to shit on football fields, but I'm going to shit on that stage.
Damn right.
June 20th through 22nd, Houston Improv, tfatk.com.
Tickets are officially on sale for Talia Hall in Chicago, July 20th, where I am shooting my special. Brendan Schaub will be opening for me. We're going to be having some good times. July 20th. Come see me at the end of the month, March 31st, June 1, June 2, at House of Comedy, Minnesota, where Brendan and the Hells Angels were hanging out.
I told everyone, every crowd I ended with, you're coming in 2 weeks.
You're awesome. Yeah, come out and see me.
tfatk.com for Bryan and myself.
Yes, sir.
New Stay in Your Lane tour tees drop Wednesday night. The vintage Excite Bike tees drop Wednesday night, 5 p.m. Pacific, tfatk.com. This is the Fire Kid. We're out.